Cruz. Cruz.
Vance.
Cruz. Cruz. This is it. This is the episode I dreaded my entire wrestling fan career.
Why were you dreading it, Vance?
Because there's so much good in this episode, but you know what? What the Lord giveth, the Lord must taketh away. And there's some real fucking bad news in this episode.
What, is that a scripture or something?
I've been reading a lot of the Bible. I got a talking Bible for Christmas, and I just opened it, and I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty good. No, it would probably light on fire.
I was about to say, Vance, you got me worried, but okay, I don't have to burn anything. That's great.
Yes. The only thing we're gonna do, Cruz, is burn it down.
Yes.
Your new 2019 Royal Rumble winner.
Do you have to think about that for a minute?
Is it 19 or is it 18? 19,
it's
right?
19. You done?
Okay. Seth freaking Rollins.
Called it.
You did.
Called it.
We both called it. We actually called, I think, the entire Rumble.
Even the women's Rumble, I called it. I said that Asuka's going to retain, and
You did.
and that Becky was going to find her way. But we're gonna go into a little order here. Do we want to talk about, since we're talking about the Rumble, we might as well just go over the Rumble, shall we?
Let's just go into the Rumble that was royal, not the greatest, but just the regular Royal Rumble.
We don't really care too much about the greatest Royal Rumble.
I want to have the greatest Royal Rumble of all time.
Oh boy. Should we even talk about the kickoff show? Does it even matter if we talk about the kickoff show? I mean,
what happened on the kickoff show?
You know, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus Ray Starr and Scott Dawson.
That was so. What is what the fuck's the other guy? Razor and Hakeem. No,
Akam.
Akeem, the African Dream. Totally different guy. Akam. Is he injured?
Yeah, he's injured. That's why Scott Dawson
the other revival guy? They're both injured?
I don't think they're both injured. I think they just needed to find a replacement. And so in doing so, they decided to use Scott Dawson from the revival.
They should have just had the revival replace them, get a huge pop, and then give them the belts.
Ooh.
Book it, Patterson.
I'm surprised they didn't throw little dude in there in replacement of Akam instead.
His name is Drake.
Maverick.
And he's not that Drake.
Sorry. Go on, I'm listening.
Yeah, that was the kickoff show was the kickoff show.
Well, let's just skip right to it though. Well, okay, there is one thing that happened in the kickoff show that was like, oh shit. The artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura.
Ah, yes.
Took back his U.S. title, Vance.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Well, considering what happened throughout the rest of the week.
We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, Cruiserweight Championship, whatevs, don't care. We never care. The Miz and Shane McMahon versus The Bar.
Dude, you got new tag team champions. I hope this ends up in some kind of a weird tag team match with The Miz and his dad versus Shane and Vince. But Vince is like 75 years old. I don't think he's going to take a lot of bumps.
I mean, the last bump he took was from AJ Styles, and
That's true. He did take a bump.
And with a smile on his face, Vance. Let's not forget, with a smile on his face.
I want to see the animal.
Are you okay, Mr. McMahon? Are you okay, Mr. McMahon? Oh, yes.
All right. I'm great.
Vince McMasochist.
Vince McMasochist. I like that.
So what was I saying?
We're talking about Shane O'Mac and Miz O'Mac. Miz O'Mac?
Honestly, McMiz.
McMiz.
Although I think they were wearing those jerseys, and it actually said something else. It said the fuck did it say? It said the Miz and Mac or something.
Miz and Money, wasn't it? Miz Money.
I thought it was the
Money
Miz and
Miz?
Mac. We're gonna have to pull that up. The Miz and Mac
Look,
on the
look.
back of the jerseys. Well,
Yeah.
anywho, it's kind of crazy. You know, the Bar is like one of the best tag factions right now, in my opinion.
Yes.
And for them to lose the belts at the start of the road to WrestleMania, Vance. Remember when we did our predictions last week? We were like, oh, there's no fucking way. And I even said, I was like, well, you know, Shane O'Mac is in there. It'd be kind of dumb after all of that for them to like lose. But then on the flip side, it's like, I don't know. Kind of crazy. How do you feel about that?
Here's my thing. I don't understand this because the Young Bucks, the best tag team in the world, turned down an offer from WWE strictly because the tag division sucks. So what do? They decide to put the belts on a non-wrestler. The Raw tag division is just a clusterfuck. And now they're bringing in this tag team division for the women's. And it's like, but they're not focusing on good tag matches. You want good tag matches? Look at the way fucking TakeOver opened up with the Undisputed Era and the War Raiders.
And we're going to get to that in a little bit after we're done with our Royal Rumble. That was a great way to open the show, by the way. Holy shit. But yeah, like, I feel like, you know, and even if we want to fast forward a little bit, you know how they showcased Anderson and Gallows on SmackDown. Yeah. It was just like, oh, the fuck, they weren't even at the Rumble. They weren't even in the Rumble. I remember they were in the Rumble last year. Yep. Like, what the hell is happening? Like, you know?
Dude, they got the Usos. They got Anderson and Gallows. They got fucking The Bar. They got Sanity. They got the New Day. And who do they put the belts on? A guy who's 53 years old and doesn't wrestle except for once a year. And the A-lister, who actually is a good wrestler, but like the wrong partner.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they're going. It's obviously got to lead to Shane versus Miz at WrestleMania, right?
That's what everybody thinks, and you would think that that's what's going to happen. Something's going to happen in between now and then that, you know, because it's like Shane O'Mac doesn't really do anything. Let me rephrase. He doesn't really wrestle unless
he's a spot monkey.
Unless it's a pay-per-view or whatever, you know what I mean? So I feel like that makes sense. But man, I'm going out of order here with the results, but you know, they opened the show,
Cruz,
which kind of this is true. They opened the show with Becky Lynch versus Asuka, right?
Yep.
I have a bone to pick about this match. I don't know about you, dude. Okay.
The fact that they tapped her out.
Yes. Okay. Because if we want to fast forward a little bit here, right? When that let's just fast forward. So when it came time for the Women's Rumble, right?
Cruz, this is like Memento. You're rewinding, you're fast forwarding. I don't know what time we're in.
Should we just stay on track? Let's just stay on track.
We're never on track. This podcast is designed for people with ADHD by people with ADHD. And if you can't keep up, go home.
Let me put it to you this way. Let me ask you, Vance. How did you feel about the way they ended that match between Asuka and Becky Lynch?
I don't think they should have tapped her out.
I agree. Because when you think about it, everybody, you know, Stone Cold Becky Lynch, right? Everyone talks about...
But they're focusing on this knee. Have you noticed that when she came out on SmackDown, when she came out on Raw, she's got this bad knee all of a sudden. So that's got to be some kind... They're going to do something with that.
They're definitely going to do something with that. But it's just very... And, you know, I'm with everybody. You know, everybody loves Becky, right?
Yep.
But have you noticed how nobody has, like, made any single mention about how... But she fucking tapped to Asuka. You know what I mean? Asuka's just like Asuka's an afterthought. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, never mind that Asuka got her fucking title back. On SmackDown. No, that's my point. And so it's like nobody's even like acknowledging the fact that, like, yo, your favorite girl, Becky Lynch, who's the most over person in the company, the most popular person in the company, everything and above that I'm saying right now.
Yep.
Like, no one's gonna sit here and mention, yo, she just tapped to Asuka. Like, what the fuck? Even in the Becky,
they want you to forget it. They want you to forget it.
I get that, but when it comes to the Rumble, and you've got Lana who's injured, right, because of what happened with her husband and Shinsuke.
That was so stupid.
it's not earned, dude. It's not fucking earned at all for her to come out there and be like, oh, put me in there just because the crowd is cheering her on. She thinks that she deserves to go into that ring. So there was
it doesn't matter.
I don't know. I was very disconnected with that. Like, that was a very big disconnect for me. And I feel like they could have ended it a little bit differently. You know what I mean? As far as that match goes, it was kind of underwhelming. To be honest, that entire match, Becky versus Asuka, very underwhelming. But let's talk about what I think was my favorite match of the night, Vance.
I know what you're gonna say.
Ronda versus Sasha.
Oh, I thought you were gonna pick Mr. Sixpack.
No, Mr. Sixpack. But I will get to that in a minute, Vance. I want to compare these two because they're both women division matches, right?
Yep.
For the titles, right? SmackDown title, Raw title. Ronda versus Sasha. You know what the biggest difference between that match and the one with Becky versus Asuka is? How many times? Okay, Ronda's undefeated, right?
Yes. Well,
almost
in singles, yeah.
In singles, yeah. But I feel like almost every single match that she has done that we've seen, right? Live matches, she's basically tapped everybody out. Everyone's always tapped. Puts them in the armbar, they tap, right?
Yep.
Her versus Sasha, dude. Sasha didn't tap. She did not lose to tapping. That is the biggest difference between her and Becky Lynch, where it's like, what in the fuck? Do you also, okay, side note, did you notice the subtleties with this, Vance?
The Four Horsemen dude, WWE brought that to my attention.
Yeah.
Because they had it on their Instagram where they're like showing the four.
Well, because Sasha did it. Sasha did it at the Rumble. And at first I was like, oh, she's rubbing it in her face. Like, I'm a 4-time champ, right? 4-time champ.
Are you shitting me? You thought it was for the 4-time champ?
Well, that's what I thought she meant at first. And
Cruz,
then
anytime someone does this in the world of professional wrestling, it's horsemen.
No, I get that, but I didn't think of that at first. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm getting ready to explain. Then it dawned on me. I was like, holy shit. Then you see Becky Lynch coming onto Raw doing this. Very subtle, dude. Very subtle. And
very subtle.
And then Bailey, same thing. Bailey did the same thing. Oh, Vance.
I feel, here's what I'm thinking. At WrestleMania, we're going to get Ronda versus Becky. I think the horsewomen on both sides are going to intervene, and it's going to lead to something. It has to.
Yep.
You know, maybe Becky beats her at WrestleMania. She goes away for a while and comes back with her 4 horsewomen, and fucking they got to reunite the 4 horsewomen in WWE.
Reunited in it. Oh, sorry.
I mean, I think that'd be cool. It would give the other girls too a lot of time to get ring ready.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's continue talking about the other matches before we get into the Rumble portion of this podcast. So then we got Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles.
I love when these guys go at it.
I don't know, man. I've seen them go at it before, giggity, and I can't say this was my favorite. I can't say that this to me was the best match between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles.
I thought it was.
Really?
I thought it was.
I did not feel that way. And then, how did you feel about the way they ended that though?
Weird.
Bludgeon Brother coming out of nowhere. By the way, not really that good of a reception from the crowd.
I like where they're. I think that this might bring back Bray, and Daniel Bryan goes Wyatt. What if we get a Wyatt?
Whatever happened to Bray Wyatt? Where the fuck?
Because you remember Daniel Bryan went to the Wyatt family for a bit.
Yeah.
And then he turned face again. I think that could be what this is leading up to, because I think that the Captain Planet shit, the problem with the Captain Planet shit is everything he's saying is right and the truth.
Right.
Everything he's saying is like, it's not like a bad guy thing.
And you know that a lot of it is probably 100% on point with his feelings because he is vegan. He's vegan. You look at his Instagram his Instagram posts are always hashtag powered by green or whatever the hell it is that he fucking puts on there.
Well, plus he's got a sustainable belt, Cruz. We called it.
Oh yeah. Do you remember that episode? Let's just rewind to that episode real quick, Vance.
Best promo of 2019.
Just gonna jump right into it, because I like to make fun of Daniel Bryan for looking like, the dude and Jesus having a baby and it being Daniel Bryan.
He looks like one of those guys who would sit in the park for Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah, with his fucking goddamn, his sweaters, his like...
his fucking Salvation Army clothes.
His Mr. Rogers sweaters, or whatever. But he looks like the dude, so it's like, hey man, that fucking belt, if it was vegan, it would look really great, dude. Anyways,
he doesn't have any merchandise anymore because it's not biodegradable. It's amazing.
It's not legit until his belt becomes vegan friendly.
I know. He needs to have some kind of sustainable material.
Right now, I'm waiting for someone to talk shit to him like, hey, Brian, I don't think your belt that you're, parading around in is eco-friendly. So
I know. It'd be great if he came out with a trash belt, a belt made of recycled goods.
Yeah, like this is made from a Coke can. I just mashed it together to make the, you know what I mean?
Vegan leather.
The straps is made from vegan leather. No animals were harmed in the making of this belt. How have they not made one yet?
Because he doesn't believe in merchandise.
They need to make merchandise that has like the recycling symbol.
Oh my god, that'd be funny.
And then the word fickle somewhere on there.
It's made of sustainable material.
Yeah. This shirt is made from hemp. See, what did I tell you? I fucking called it.
It is a fucking great looking belt. It's wood. I never thought I'd like a wood belt. I like the wood belt.
I fucking died when he as soon as he pulled that trash bin into the ring. I was like, oh, he's gonna throw his belt out. I knew it. We called it. Oh my god.
We need to just write for WWE.
I'm telling you, seriously, we really just need to. But I mean, like we called it. Like fucking, he came out with this belt, and then AJ Styles came out, of course. But yeah, oh my gosh, we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, totally fucking called it. It's crazy. So I have to say, what? Go ahead.
What did you think of the Brock Finn Balor match?
Okay, right off the bat, Finn came out fighting. Okay,
yeah,
that match was not that long when you look at it either. Vance.
Super short.
It was super short, but it was quite the spectacle in my opinion. Like
it was explosive, Cruz.
It was very explosive to the point where you're like, oh my god. But see, since we watch wrestling, we kind of know, so it's like almost kind of like he's coming out starting off strong, but that probably means he's gonna lose. You know what I mean?
You knew he was gonna. There was no chance in hell that Finn Balor was gonna win that fucking match.
You mean David wasn't gonna win that match?
I really like the fact that they did the whole. Well, he had diverticulitis and he hit the corner of that fucking announce table, and then he got the coup de grace on him, and it was like, whoa, not even the coup de grace could stop the beast.
Yeah.
I'm dying to see if Seth beats him at WrestleMania.
I will say this. It was an enjoyable match to watch. I did like that Brock made him look good, like Brock let Finn take it out on him in the beginning and make him look strong. Like, hey, I may not have size on you, but I'm a tough dude. Size doesn't matter in the ring. You know what I mean?
When Brock wants to work, he's amazing at selling.
No,
he's really, really good.
Well, like, everyone talks shit about Brock. Okay, yeah, he's a part-timer. And it is true. He doesn't really give a fuck about pro wrestling, right?
No, he wants money.
Yeah, like, he just doesn't care. And that's kind of disheartening, like, it's like, damn, like,
I know we're skipping ahead.
Right.
But there's a news item this week about Brock.
Well, hold on. Don't skip. Let me finish my thought. My only qualm with this match was that Finn tapped. Like...
I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was really good because here's the thing. They're making the F5 look invincible, and that's his only move, like the suplex and F5. So for him to bring back the Kimura, I thought that was a really smart move. And I think it just adds to like the deadliness of this guy. He's not just a fucking two-trick pony. He's also don't forget, he's a UFC fighter. He knows how to make you submit. So I thought that was actually good. It sucks that it was Finn.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was in it for a bit before he tapped.
No, he was in it for a bit. Like I said, he started off strong, and I was like, okay, this is a great match. But that was like my only issue with the match. But I think that's it for all the one-on-ones and such. So
let's talk about the Rumble. Let's talk about the 2 Rumbles. Let's start with the ladies' Rumble because ladies first.
Okay, let's talk about the ladies' Rumble.
Who was your favorite participant in the ladies' Rumble?
Oh man, my favorite participant in the ladies' Rumble. Shit, that's a tough call. I'll tell you who surprised me. Can we start there? Rhea Ripley surprised me.
Dude, she's a beast.
I don't watch NXT UK really, I've only seen like one episode. I watch so much wrestling, Vance. We both watch so much wrestling.
Wait till AEW starts.
Rhea Ripley came out and I was like, who the fuck is this bitch? So I like her, dude. She was a beast.
Yeah, they really showed her off.
There was a couple of things that happened that were just kind of like, what the fuck? I
thought Alexa Bliss coming back was great.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was her return after how many months of being, out of commission.
Concussionized, yeah.
Concussionized. My girl Zelina Vega. Can I just tell you something that's hilarious, Vance?
Oh my God.
When Zelina Vega climbed under the ring, okay? You want to know what that reminded me of? When you're playing Fortnite and you inhale the balloon, or not inhale, excuse me, you power up the balloons and you float up when there's like 4 people left in the fight and you're looking down. That's what that reminded me of. I was like, oh my God. Actually, my boyfriend's the one that said it. He was all like, that's us in Fortnite. What she's doing basically. I even tweeted about it. I was like, she's basically doing what we all do when we play Fortnite. She was like hiding under the ring. The thing is, they made it so extra hokey in like, it would have been, I mean, obviously she wasn't going to be in the top 4, but if she would have, they obviously wouldn't have showcased,
right?
Her, showing her every 5 seconds. Like
that was her moment.
That was just her moment. And then Hornswoggle coming out. I'm like,
Can we talk about what Zelina Vega was wearing?
Oh yeah, that mask, and then
she came out as Vega from Street Fighter.
Yeah, dude. Mama likes.
Oh boy.
Let's look at that picture real quick.
Boy.
See that? See that shit?
Unbelievable. Amazing.
Yeah. I totally would.
I was I mean, obviously the women's Royal Rumble was pretty predictable.
It was very predictable. I will say this. I don't like her at all. I've talked so much shit about her on the podcast, but the lady of NXT, what the fuck's her name? Lacey Evans. She came out first, and then her and fucking Charlotte are like the same size, dude.
Were you the one texting me saying they're the same person?
That was not me, Vance. That was not me. I don't know who you're talking about. That was definitely not me.
Texting me saying like, "Oh, dude, Charlotte is just like Lacey Evans."
That was not me. I would never compare Charlotte's fucking prowess in the ring to Lacey Evans. I'm talking about size-wise, because when you saw them facing off against each other, they were like basically the same size. It was just like, what the fuck?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Say what?
Vince loves those blondes.
Oh, I know. So that was interesting.
I thought it was cool to see Trish in there. I love Trish. I'm a Trish fan. Trish Stratus.
She was not in this match, Vance.
Wait, no. Why? Oh my God, who am I thinking of? Not
Maria?
Trish. No, fucking. I can't think.
Is Cruz. She blonde?
She's blonde. My favorite.
Do you want me to go off a list of people here, Vance, that were in the women's?
Mandy.
Oh, Mandy.
Love Mandy.
Can I just say that spot with her and Naomi?
Yes.
You know, when they fought on SmackDown a couple SmackDowns ago, I was like, wow, this is too choreographed and like sloppy and like very underwhelming. And like for someone that's trying to ruin my marriage, like you would think that it would be cat fight. You know what I mean?
Right. Blood feud.
Finally saw that shit kind of sort of in the middle of the ring there. And then Naomi fucking getting thrown off and not touching her feet, not touching the ground, and then crawling on the barricade there and then jumping to the staircase only to get yanked down.
That was great.
And
that was
great. Oh my God.
That was great.
And then, okay. What about the female Ricochet?
Oh my God, Casey Catanzo? She's dating Ricochet. Did you know that?
They're both together. They're both dating. He was like, I had tears. I had tears in my eyes watching you in the Rumble. They're a cute couple, man.
You think they do flippy shit in bed?
You know they do, because she's tiny. He's tiny. She's even tinier.
You know they're Hurricanraning and naked Hurricananas.
Everything that you and I have ever talked about on this podcast about being in a relationship with another wrestler, you know they fucking do that shit. She's probably bending. Okay, anyways, this is going in a totally different direction now.
That's a different show.
No. She pulled a Kofi Kingston in the fucking in the match. Did you see that shit?
I did.
She's
fucking amazing.
Yeah, I was like, damn. So I guess she's gonna be on NXT apparently. So that's pretty neat. She'll be with her man on NXT. That's kind of cool. But she's totally the female Ricochet though. Like for sure.
It's unbelievable the shit she was doing.
Oh yeah.
Like, did you see the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker that Alicia did to her?
I'm trying to remember.
Like, she was just a little spinner. She's a little spinner.
Oh yeah. She is a spinner.
She was great in that Mae Young.
By definition, a spinner. I miss the Mae Young. We're not going to talk about that. Anyway.
But yeah, I thought the Women's Royal Rumble predictable. I mean, it had some good spots. It was nice to see some NXT people, nice to see some UK people.
And we already mentioned the spoiler from a bit ago when we said that Becky like kind of weaseled her way into the Rumble match when Lana was injured. She came in at what, 28? It was like 20. She came in at 28 and won the Rumble basically. So
Yep.
Okay, I already know what my favorite part of the men's Rumble is. Should we just get into it, Vance? Should we talk about the men's Rumble?
Jump in.
Let's just jump right in. Okay, who came out first? I can't even fucking remember.
First was Jeff Jarrett and Elias.
Oh, that's right. Oh my,
I love that Double J is back in the WWE.
You say Jeff Jarrett?
That's JEFF JARRE double T. Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Look, he's got a J on his pants. You see that?
He's he calls people slap nuts. Listen up, slap nuts.
So
he was great. I'm so glad that they did that.
Oh yeah,
that was fun. That was a fun opening to the Rumble.
That was a very fun opening.
That setting where it was like, wow, I have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen in this Rumble. Jeff Jarrett just came out.
Oh yeah, because if you think about it, we didn't. Okay, last year's Rumble, the first women's Rumble from 2018, Trish Stratus showed up. Like we had a lot of throwbacks.
Lita,
right?
Yeah, Michelle McCool, yep.
This year's women's Rumble, we didn't really have.
This was more the future of the women's division, not so much the nostalgia.
Yeah, there was nothing really nostalgic about the women's Rumble, and then you got the men's Rumble. A lot of NXT guys. Gargano showed up. Yep. Aleister Black. Pete. Did you see how Pete Dunne snapped his fingers and then Aleister Black just snapped it back into place? Like I thought that was really cool.
Did you think anyone was lacking from the Rumble, from the Royal Rumble, the men's?
God,
was anyone you thought was going to be there no matter, for sure, and nothing?
Oh wait, hold on. I'm trying to think of who I thought was gonna. Well, I thought for sure that McIntyre was going to be in the top 4, for sure. Dude, all this talk about Ziggler taking a hiatus from wrestling, his contract's going to be up. He even said in an interview that he was on a hiatus. This is before the Rumble, and then he shows up at the Rumble, and you're like, what the fuck?
Dude, I really think that, because we'll go over this in the news, but I really think there's a lot of fuckery going on. with
Oh no,
contracts, and
there's
WWE fake news.
and it's because of all all Elite coming out and all. We'll get to
Oh,
that in
it's
a minute.
totally
But
aid. Yeah.
no, for sure, for sure. But as far as like surprises, that was definitely one surprise for me. And of course, Dolph was the one that had to be the one to eliminate McIntyre. But my prediction was that it was going to be Braun, McIntyre, Seth Rollins. I forgot who the fourth that I thought was going to be.
Andrade.
Andrade. Yeah, Andrade made it in the top
Andrade.
4. Oh my
Dude,
God.
Andrade is awesome. Andrade is awesome.
Made it in the. Okay, can we just skip to my favorite part of the men's rumble?
Mhm.
Well, let me just preface this by saying, and I've talked about this on our show before. One of my favorite things of the Attitude Era was, the ninth wonder of the world, man, wrestling dudes in the ring, right?
Wait.
Intergender wrestling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So how about R-Truth? Supposed to be coming out at 30, right? He's got his little microphone. He's rapping. Actually, in his words on this past week's fucking SmackDown, he said, 1 minute I was rapping, next minute I was napping.
Because he's so good.
Nia Jax comes out, beats the shit out of him, and just marches her way to the fucking ring. I mean, like technically Becky Lynch trying to ask for permission to get there. Nia Jax just fucking got eliminated number 30 and went in there as number 30. And my favorite part was that how like fucking she little Rey Mysterio, she threw him over the fucking ropes. She fought these guys, and then like best thing ever, dude, was watching her get RKO'd by
that was fucking
Randy Orton, because he was trying to do it and then she blocked it, right? She blocked it the first time he tried to RKO her, and then he finally got it in there when everybody started beating up on her. But oh my God, that was like my favorite part of the fucking men's rumble right there, dude. Was Nia Jax coming out.
I hated the Nia Jax thing. I hated
Why?
it.
Why?
I thought it was the stupidest. I thought it was the most anticlimactic thing. You know what it reminded me of? When fucking Braun Strowman won the tag titles with a kid. It was just super gimmicky.
You can't
super hokey.
You can't compare that to that.
Stupid. It was so stupid. They could have had such a cool person come out at number 30 if they're going to fuck up R-Truth, like we predicted. Where was Kevin Owens?
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like the only thing that we saw was like, okay, there's a bunch of NXT guys that showed up, but there wasn't really any surprises. I think both. I mean, like look at last year. Last year it was the return of Rey Mysterio, for example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There really wasn't anything.
This year we got Hornswoggle and Nia Jax.
There wasn't really anything shocking or like no throwbacks, really, no nostalgia. Like it was just like, oh, okay, it's a rumble.
And there was
but I'm sticking by what I said, though. I'm sticking by what I said. I like that fucking Nia Jax spot, man. I was
fucking
like,
terrible.
I mean, granted, she's no China. Okay, may she rest in peace.
I just have something against Nia Jax because of what happened on Raw too the next night. So I'm just like so over Nia Jax.
Oh no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of Nia Jax by any means, but I did like that spot in the fucking men's rumble. And of course, we predicted it. Did you predict that it was Seth Rollins like I did?
Yeah.
Seth Rollins was going to win?
Both did.
Yeah. So,
the Beast versus the Kingslayer, the Beast Slayer.
Oh, hey, he should should,
Slayer.
you know who I wish I would have seen in the men's rumble?
Anybody?
The Velveteen Dream, man.
Dude, where was the dream?
Where was the dream?
It all made sense. It all made sense because of what happened when we're going to spoil NXT later.
Yeah. So should we talk about TakeOver real quick? Because it's not, we're going to run through it very quickly because it's not as long.
What was your match of the night? Let's go over our matches of the nights for TakeOver.
Gargano versus Ricochet, dude. Hands fucking down match of the night.
Really? That was your hands down match of the night?
Yes.
Interesting.
Why?
I love that match. That was probably my second favorite match. Dude, that tag title match was amazing.
No, I thought the tag match was fucking awesome.
That's how you start a fucking show. That was
the way to open the show.
Going. I was very impressed with that match.
Because when you think about it and you look at the Rumble, right? The kickoff show doesn't count, right? Mm-hmm. So they technically opened the Rumble with Becky versus Asuka. That was the opening fucking match. Like, because that wasn't the kickoff. That was like, okay, the Royal Rumble's starting, and they opened it with Asuka versus
which made sense because Becky's got to rest up for the Rumble.
No, that's why we knew. Like when that happened, I was like, oh, she has to rest for the Rumble. Like we already fucking knew. But my point being is that match was so underwhelming Then you got NXT TakeOver where they open it with that tag match. Fucking phenomenal,
You know
dude.
what it is? You can't even compare.
No, you can't. And they took the titles off of Undisputed Era.
Dude.
My
Unbelievable.
boys. It's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Legion of Doom won the title. I mean, War Raiders.
War Raiders. War. That's fucking awesome. But NXT TakeOver, like, you can't even compare to the main roster NXT anymore. It's just so different because you get WWE is basically a fucking, it's a processed, it's pop music. WWE is pop music where it's like they make the music to appease people. Whereas NXT is punk where they make the music because they want to make the music because they have a passion.
I like that fucking analogy, dude.
Yeah, because you got punk rock and you got pop. So, like, would you rather go to an NSYNC show or would you rather go to, like, a fucking Dropkick Murphy show where you're going to have more fun?
I like it.
So, that's the thing. I thought TakeOver was fucking amazing. You know, I like that they did that little angle at the end of TakeOver where they had...
Oh, my God.
Velveteen, and is that what's going to happen on
Halftime 2.0, Vance? Sorry, what?
That's what's going to happen on Halftime Heat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
On Sunday. You're going to watch Halftime Heat on Sunday?
I mean, is it on the network or what?
Yeah.
Because if it's on the network, I'm there.
I can't wait to be at a Super Bowl party, and it's like, oh, it's halftime, Maroon 5. I'm like, I'm going to go in this corner and watch wrestling. For the next 30 minutes, I'm just going to watch wrestling. You guys enjoy Maroon fucking 5.
Yeah. Is that who's performing at the
I don't even know if it's Maroon 5. It could be. It seems like Maroon 5 seems like a Super Bowl like performer.
Anywho,
by the way,
yeah, there was a lot of title changes. Not a lot. I think it was half and half because the War Raiders took the belt off of Undisputed Era. Gargano finally has a belt.
Gargano has a title.
He took the title off of Ricochet, but then Shayna Baszler, she broke the undefeated streak. I hate that, by the way.
EST of NXT.
Do you think that creative did that? They're like, girl, we just want you to cut.
Dude, no, I bet Bianca was like driving in her car, like fucking listening to music and shit. She's like, I'm a fucking EST.
And then she's all like, I'm undefeated.
I love it. I like Bianca. Bianca Belair won me over.
No, I like Bianca Belair, but I just thought it was hilarious when Shayna Baszler would like mock her and be like, "You're under or overrated."
That was good.
but no, she broke Bianca Belair's undefeated streak. Oh, and one thing happened in that match that kind of tickled me a little bit because of all the times we've seen Bianca Belair fight, right? You've never seen anybody just yank that fucking ponytail. You know what I mean?
Right.
What does Shayna Baszler do? Yanks the fucking... I was like, oh my God.
Cruz, I gotta tell you though, fucking Mauro Ranallo, I would watch this guy commentate anything. He could be telling the weather like, oh God, it's a winter storm.
I want him to like narrate something that I'm doing.
Dude,
you know?
Loses mind.
Oh my God, and there goes
Mamma mia! The War Raiders hitting harder than he just compares. He always pulls up pop culture shit.
I know, I love it. It's fucking hilarious.
I haven't seen someone get abused like that since R. Kelly.
Oh man.
My God, what a letdown. Like the Fire Festival.
I was waiting for you. Dude, great minds think alike, Vance, because
Did you watch it? Hold on. Yes. Side note.
No, side note. I just watched, I watched the Netflix one a couple nights ago, and then I watched the Hulu one last night.
I didn't watch the Hulu one. I have to watch the Hulu one. But the Netflix one where the guy's like, I was fully prepared to go there and suck dick. That's somebody you want on your team. That's a guy who's all in. Forget fucking Jericho. I'm all in with All In. Jericho wouldn't suck dick.
Andy King is all in.
Dude.
He's all in.
Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing.
He was like, I went and I took a shower.
What a piece of shit Billy is.
I put some mouthwash in my mouth. I went over and I was fully prepared to suck his dick to save this festival.
He was the EST of the BJ. All right. Anyways, back to fucking wrestling. Yeah. Non-homoerotic things. Let's go. Cruz, we got news. And we have a lot of news.
Let's jump into the news.
Do you want the universe first? Or should we take it to the news first?
Well, so Vance, if we want to take it to the universe real quick, I basically just asked a very straightforward, cut and dry question to the Going Over universe. And basically I asked everybody, what was your
favorite position? What?
No, I said what were your highlights and least favorite spots on NXT TakeOver Phoenix and Royal Rumble? A lot of people, of course, like Becky Lynch. I think the consensus is that Becky Lynch won the fucking Rumble, dude. I think.
Spoiler alert: Becky Lynch wins everything until she doesn't.
It's true.
When do you think the Becky thing's gonna stop?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, people compare her to Stone Cold, right? Like, oh, you know, like, she's just like Stone Cold. But did Stone Cold ever tap Vance?
No, but remember when he passed out in his own blood on the sharpshooter? That's when he won everybody over. WrestleMania something. When Bret Hart had him in the sharpshooter, he's bleeding.
His face is covered in blood.
And he's like this, all fucking bloody. And he just passes out.
Yeah. Gotta love Stone Cold, man. Gotta love
What else were some of the favorites from the universe?
Well, they like the Gargano versus the Gargano match from NXT too. Okay. A lot of people like the Gargano match.
Okay. A
lot of Johnny Wrestling fans. Some people thought that Drew McIntyre should have won the what do you call it? The
That'd
Rumble.
Be a great match, Drew McIntyre versus the Beast.
Dude. But then we're back at that thing again with like, do we want to see two beastly men? Because let me put this into perspective for you, Vance. Okay, while he is called the Beast, right? Brock Lesnar is not that big of a guy. He's 6'3".
Okay, Cruz. Okay, what are you talking about? Brock Lesnar is he's a monster.
Yeah, but Braun Strowman is 6'8". That's a fucking monster. He is the monster among us, right?
But Brock is just he's a killing machine. Brock is a genetically programmed cyborg from the UFC.
Genetically programmed cyborg?
He's a fucking cyborg. And he lives in the woods, and he chops wood all day, and he makes billions of dollars wrestling 3 times a week.
Sure, you're not talking about Drew McIntyre. You sound like you're talking about Drew McIntyre.
No, Drew McIntyre is a Scottish psychopath.
Out into the Scottish Greenlands, chopping
I'm
down.
out here throwing fucking logs. I'm throwing logs.
Because he kind of looks like a Viking.
Chopping my logs.
He kind of looks like a Viking with that long ass hair and shit. You know. Can't you see? Like, anyways, it doesn't matter.
Jesus Christ. Any other universe quotes?
No, that's basically it. Everybody's all about Becky Lynch.
All right. All right, let's go into the news because there's so much news.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get right into
it. I'm gonna relate this to a personal level. I don't know if you know this, Cruz. Actually, you do know this, but I recently broke up with my girlfriend. Right. 2 days later, my favorite wrestler is leaving the company. So I've had 2 major losses in my life in the last week, Cruz. Dean Ambrose has announced that he is not re-signing with WWE come April. And WWE went so far as to post it on their official Instagram, which makes it look like it's a work, but I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I think that AEW has them a little nervous with getting talent because they offered Dean a 7-figure 5-year contract. 7 figures. And he was like, I don't really need money. I live in a desert. Like, he don't give a fuck. So I guarantee you, if his contract's up in April and you got Double or Nothing in Vegas, which me and Cruz will be at,
Yes,
I think that Jon Moxley is going to show up at AEW.
Yeah, man. And he's not. I don't think.
Don't talk shit about Dean Ambrose.
I'm not going to talk shit about damn it, I forgot what I was going to say. I wasn't going to talk shit. Do you think he's gonna leave the Dean Ambrose?
He can't.
Character?
WWE owns every single name.
That's right. You're right about that, actually. So if he were to go to AEW,
they even said his real name on the WWE post. Did you see that?
Yeah. So I mean,
Dean Ambrose, Jonathan Good.
But do you think that if this were to be a work? I don't know. I don't think it's a work. I think that he really is going to leave. That's my opinion. I really think he's going to leave. Because if you think about it, look how many times we've disappointingly talked about the dumb shit that he was doing on Raw. That was not his fault. It was creative's fault, obviously. You know what I mean?
They also put him in a major fucking angle on that Raw with Triple H. You know, you don't put somebody in an angle with Triple H and then be like, oh, by the way, he's leaving. Now we're going to bury the fuck out of him. So I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit going on in WWE with this.
There is too many weird things because
he seems like a guy. He seems like the anti Brock Lesnar. Where Brock Lesnar is there for the money. You know, you put fucking $1 million, he'll go to fucking Saudi Arabia and behead people. Whereas Dean Ambrose is like, you want to give me $1 million, but my character sucks. Wrestling sucks to me. I'm your biggest workhorse. I'm there. I worked the entire 2017. I got injured. I got fucked over. I come back. I'm talking about smells and I'm Bane.
Yeah.
You killed my character.
And I empathize with that because the same thing with me. You could offer me, like, if someone were to offer, if I was in his position and somebody offered me a shit ton of money and I was unhappy with what was going on, that would, no. I'd go somewhere that I am happy. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's huge news. Also in the news, the Double or Nothing from All Elite Wrestling is having a ticket release announcement party in Vegas next week where they're allegedly they're announcing new people in the roster and possibly partnerships, which could mean a TV deal.
Oh shit.
If they announce a big TV deal, that's going to be a huge game. And I guarantee they're going to announce a big TV deal.
Especially because they have money. They're back.
Dude, they have a lot of money. They have a lot. They're paying Jericho more than Jericho would have made in WWE.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think you're going to see Kenny Omega at that event. I think he'll officially
that's another one that he's been, I mean, has he said anything else since the last time we talked about him? No. When he said, oh, something over, international or whatever.
Damn, dude. Oh. So that's going on. What else is in the news? Cruz. Let's see.
That's your department, Vance. You're supposed to be prepared for this.
I'm trying. I was prepared. Let me check my handy dandy iPad here. Should we go over NXT taping spoilers, or is that too much?
Oh, come on!
I don't want to ruin it for you because I know you actually enjoy
NXT
finding out as it goes. So we won't ruin NXT.
All right, fine. Don't do that.
But what we will talk about is that not only is hold on my notes here. Oh wait, this just in. Dean Ambrose still scheduled for upcoming WWE appearances.
You just said this just in, and I thought you were gonna super kick me.
This just in. See ya. Fuck. I would say, oh, dude, we could be, we could be, Cruz, we could be a tag team called the Anchors, right? But we're news report, like we dress like news people.
And like, I thought you meant literally an anchor, like, for a ship.
Are you fucking all right? We dress like anchors.
Suits and all with a little microphone.
The whole thing. So we go there, and then we have a manager who's the camera guy. And the camera guy always does fuckery in the matches because he'll be the camera guy, but he'll have the camera and confusing the opponent. While me and you were like, this just in, super. And that's how we lay motherfuckers out as the anchors. What's our
And
finisher
coming
called?
to
We need a finisher.
it
Breaking
has to-
news.
breaking news. Oh my gosh, did you see that Vance just hit him with a breaking news?
This just in. Breaking news.
Mauro Ranallo saying, oh my God, he just hit him with a breaking news backbreaker.
Oh my God. So other news, because of all the AEW shit going on, WWE is going to all of their talents, including like announcers and shit. Like Jerry Lawler just got a raise and a 5-year deal. They want everybody signing 5-year deals and getting more money. Because now that's where I guess Saudi Arabia's money is going towards, is keeping guys on board. But I am really excited for AEW. Like really excited. Because it's gonna be like punk rock. It's gonna be like punk rock going up against the corporation, you know?
Hell yeah. It's like what do you call it? It's like what do you call it when it's like anti
It's like
anarchy.
Occupy Wall
Anarchy.
Street, but it's gonna actually do something.
It's the anarchists versus the government.
Cruz, it's like if Occupy Wall Street actually did something.
Oh my gosh. So I guess that's it for the news, man.
Yeah.
I just got back from the snow, Vance. Just got back from the snow.
Cruz, it snowed here. It snows here every day.
I was in Utah, man, for Sundance, for the Sundance Film Festival.
Yes, your movie. How'd your movie go? What is your movie about?
My movie, let me just tell you, Vance, definitely went over.
Really? I saw pictures of you with David Arquette.
Yeah, you know what's funny? David Arquette is funny because the night of my film premiere was the same night as Royal Rumble, right?
Right.
And you know, Arquette, he wrestles, and I obviously saw him at the TLC. I saw him at the TLC pay-per-view showing at the Comedy Store when TLC happened. So when I initially hung out with him during the Q&A, after the Q&A, excuse me, I had asked him because, you know, Paige, her film that's about her life, fighting with my family. Okay, so this is fucked up. They did a surprise screening, and I remember getting a notification, and I was like, oh my God. So there was no tickets available. So the way Sundance works is there's an app. You can put yourself on a waiting list, and it generates a random number, right?
Like a lottery?
So I set my alarm clock for when the wait list opened, and I shit you not, Vance, I counted down 30 seconds to when because it has a counter. Soon as that bad boy opened, I clicked wait list. The wait list filled up within 15 seconds. And I got like number 162 or some shit. And I'm like, out of 250. I was like, I'm 162 out of 250. So I went because I was like, damn it, because it was a very short trip for me. I was like, and this is my last night at Sundance. I was like, I want to see this film. Right. So we went to the waiting line. My boyfriend and me were waiting, and they start to move the waiting list line. I'm like, oh my God, crossing my fingers. Like, I really hope that, you know, like we make it. And unfortunately, they cut us off, dude. I wish that we didn't have number 162 and 163. So they come out and they're like, unfortunately, we're at capacity now, but thank you so much for your patience. And I was just like, son of a bitch. So Zelina Vega was there. I'm so sad. So sad.
Did you watch the Page Chronicle on the network?
I watched the Page Chronicle that followed
the 1 year.
It followed the NXT TakeOver Phoenix. I watched that, and then and I've also seen the documentary that actually prompted The Rock to make this film in the first place. Yeah, it's actually called the same thing. It's called Fighting with My Family. I've seen both. Did you watch the Page Chronicles?
Dude, I got teary-eyed. Like, this girl is so passionate.
I had no idea that when that last time she got hurt, right? She said that, and they even did a little playback where something happened in her neck and her body just went numb.
Yeah.
And you even see her in the ring trying to get
He
up.
said that you should have been paralyzed. That's what the doctor said.
And I was just like, holy shit, dude. And she's young too. She's 26.
Dude, she's super
young. She's young. And
she's just
she
getting
can't
her shit together.
She can't. Yeah, she even said that too. She was like, you know, I've made some mistakes in my life, you know, whatever. I've come to terms with that. But
Alberto Del Rio.
I didn't say it. But you know, she basically was all like, I've grown up. so many good things have been happening in my life now. And then that fucking happens to her. Like she hadn't even been back a year. Remember when she came back on Raw? Her
With
music came on.
Absolution.
You and I, no, but she introduced them after they initially brought her back. But you and I were watching Raw together, remember? And we were like, oh my God, it's Paige. We both like
She's
got all
fucking
excited.
back.
And she wasn't even back a year and like was
Sucks.
forced to retire. It was so
Sucks.
sad, dude. So sad.
It was really sad. It was a sad chronicle.
Yeah, there was a lot of tears in that fucking documentary, man, for sure. For sure. But
A lot of
yeah,
tears right now.
so Sundance was fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with the film. Right now, it's got a really high score on IMDb and a lot of good reception from the crowd. For a midnight showing, it was a packed house. So it was
Nice.
very, very surreal and amazing experience to be standing on that stage alongside all those talented actors, man. It was great. It was really good.
Where can we see it?
So right now, it premiered at Sundance, as you know. Right now, we got to figure out distribution. Who's gonna buy it? And it's one of those films too. It's a dark drama. A little bit of comedy. And while it is based on a true story, it's about porn. Basically, it's about a true story about two guys that were in the porn industry. So there's a lot of gratuitous nudity. Excuse me. And I feel like
My favorite type of nudity.
They would have to edit this film in a way if they really wanted to do a theatrical release, and I just don't foresee that happening. I don't want to so that being said, I think that I could see this somewhere streaming, we'll see.
Okay.
And who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll get a theatrical release. I don't know. I just feel like
That'd be sick.
this film has a lot of tits in it. May or may not have mine.
Oh boy.
But no, it was fun. It was great. So
awesome.
I think this podcast is going over, Vance.
I think so too. And it's Super Bowl Sunday, Cruz, and I'm in Boston and you are in LA. And that's
holy
the Super Bowl.
LA versus Boston. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Go Patriots.
Go Rams, even though I don't watch football. I'm just saying that because I'm in LA. Well, hopefully. What, Vance?
This has been an episode.
It has. Vance, where could we find you online?
I'm all over, Cruz. I've been on Tinder lately, a lot of Bumble. J-Swipe. Let's see, where else have I been?
Are you on Black Meat too? Christian Mingle?
Christian Mingle I got kicked off of. Fet Life, kinky.
AFF. Remember Thrinder? Do you remember Thrinder?
Thrinder's still around.
They were Tinder sued them. They basically told them cease and desist.
They got another name. Yeah, they got a different name now, but there's others.
It's called like
It's weird being the solo guy on Thrinder though. It's like, hey, I'm here too. Actually, I had a date last night, and it was a double date with Pinky, my buddy Pinky.
Oh
and
my
two
God!
Girls. Listen to how these two girls know each other. The way these two girls knew each other, we're like, oh, so how do you guys know each other? Like, well, it's funny. We both worked together, and one of them was sleeping with one of the guys at work and cheating on her husband, while the other one was sleeping with the same guy at the same time. And then they found out, and now they're best friends.
Wait.
So
okay.
his dick brought them together.
So just so I can clarify here, they were both sleeping with the same married man?
Right.
So this guy was married. So neither of them are married to this guy. They both happen to be
tipping it up at work.
They both happen to be the same mistress or both mistresses.
Yes.
Wow. When you've been brought together by friendship through dick.
Yeah.
I think I might know a little bit about that. No, I'm just kidding. No, I might not be kidding.
I don't know anything about that. I'm not even friendly with my own dick. And on that note, Cruz, this has been yet another episode of Going Over. Cruz, we can find you at Instagram at Annie Cruz. And we can find you on Twitter at Annie fucking Cruz.
And
we can also...
We can find you at That Guy Vance on Twitter and Instagram.
Twitter and Instagram. I'm trying to use more Twitter. I haven't Twittered in a long time.
The Twitter
But
machine.
I'm gonna start
Tweet,
Twittering
tweet,
more.
tweet, 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 tweet,
I
tweet.
like Instagram. Instagram, it's like, oh, we're in the moment. Twitter is like, what are people gonna think of this?
Oh my
Like,
God. Give it a
'cause, like,
chance,
I know.
man.
You know what? Give Twitter a chance. Hashtag give Twitter a chance.
Yes, hashtag give Twitter a chance. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, Vance, I think this podcast is finally going over. So on that note, I'm Cruz the Crusher, and I'm going over and out.
And I am single Steve Vance, the one and only.